Guys, this is PV. Okay, so today I'm gonna do my favorite deck profile, Nordics. I topped it with this one time. I had been playing this from junior high school. It's the first deck that I actually build, and yeah, I had this have been playing this from when I was living in Japan. So I really like this deck. It's kind of my own build. There's multiple different things that you could do with this deck, but I just thought this was more competitive. Okay, so I'm gonna start the deck profile. So you play three Valkyries. So um, you really don't use the effect because you have the Link monster, but you can banish two two Nordic cards and get two tokens. The tokens are actually warrior monsters, so you could even go into its old. But in this deck, I don't do it. I had other builds like special summon BLS or do some combos, but for now, um, I'm not gonna do that build. And yes, she comes in handy. You can send her to the grave and use it to bring back Odin because she's a tuner for him. And you play three vanities. Sorry. And she has the effect to send a Nordic card from deck. She gains the level um, and you can just send a Valkyrie from the deck and just give more tuners for Odin to bring him back. You play three Alvis. So he has the effect when he gets banished by a Nordic Link monster. You could basically special summon one uh, the Nordic got cards from your extra deck. Really good. Sorry, I don't know the English name for it. My bad. And when a Nordic God card gets destroyed, you can banish him from the grave. Special summon one different one from the extra. Wait, is it Acer? Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Next, you play two develops. He gives you an extra one summon. When he hits the grave, you get to add spell traps, but basically you don't play it. You just use him for an extra summon, and you could go into Link 1, and he gets sometimes he's a good backup in case if they stop, like if they strike your Link monster, and you could just go into uh, another Nordic monster and go into Link summoning. So yeah, he's good. Three Tanginors. So you switch him. It switches the position and special summon one Nordic beast from the deck. Comes out sometimes. Well, basically you just want him for the Link monster. So it's just you're just adding like extra Nordic monsters. And the horse. Sorry, I can't read English. My bad. So the horse is the tuner. You could bring back Thor if he's in the grave. And man, this thing is tough. Okay, sorry, I can't read it. The spellcaster one, level 4. Summon him. Target one monster on your board. If you have an Acer monster, you can target that, and you can special summon a monster from your hand that's underneath the level. Sometimes it comes out, but basically, like every single monster for Nordics except the Tangiers and like the Valk and Vanities, you really don't use effects. You just go into Link 1, so you use him for something to Link 1. Tangiers, you get 2 tokens if he gets destroyed battle. It's pretty good. Sometimes it comes up. Okay, so next, for the rest of the deck, you play hand traps, and this is the spicy part of the deck. And I'm pretty sure this is the only deck you can play this card, and it's Goddess of Sweet Revenge. So for using the Link monster for the Nordics, you're gonna banish most of your cards in your hand, and like you're gonna have one Odin, the Link monster, and maybe one set trap or something, or hand traps in your hand. You could just discard and use every single hand trap. Keep this in your hand. If they break your board, and when they declare an attack, you can activate this. And you can special summon Christia from the deck, and they're not gonna have a place to come back from it because they're locked into Christia. Or if your Odin is destroyed, you could go into the barrier statue, and you can bring Odin back, but your opponent's locked into light monsters. So if they don't play light monsters, pretty much they're done for a turn. And you play 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Ghost Ogres, 3 Honest, in case if your opponent plays a monster that has more attacks than 4,000. 3 Impermanence. And 3 There Can Be Only One, because basically you're going to have one or Odin and maybe Thor. You don't play Loki that much because I don't want to say this, but he kind of sucks. So you have There Can Be Only One, and like you have 2 monsters. Basically your opponent, if your opponent's playing Cyrus or Orcus, they're only gonna have 1 monster. You could just beat them out with your 4,000 attack. 2 Graveneers, if any case you need to search something for double link summoning. Going to the extra deck. The Nordic Link monster. Sorry, I can't read English for it. When you special summon, you can banish 3 cards, any 3 cards in your hand, and special summon 3 Nordic monsters from the deck. So you could just immediately go into the Acer monsters. Usually you're just gonna go to Odin. If your opponent has Abramax or any other monster, you can just go in Thor and just beat it over. You have multiple options. And it also gives you protection for the monster points. And you play 3 Odin. Sorry, this is I'm using the Japanese ones because this is something I treasure. It's the Ultra and Ultimate and Ghost Rare. I just treasure this card. It's one of my favorite cards in the game, and yeah. He has effect that he doesn't get effect by spell. You activate effect, and for the turn, he doesn't get effect by spell traps. Basically, you activate it. You might not want to activate this thing because they could strike it or negate and destroy it. So I'll just like keep him as how he is. When he gets destroyed, you can banish 1 tuner. You can special summon him and draw 1 card. So basically, when he it really doesn't matter if he gets destroyed. He's just gonna come back. You can send like mad amounts of tuners using the Link monster and vanities, so like he'll come back like multiple times. Yeah, and he's just mad cool. Loki. Basically I never use him. You can negate Mirror Force if your opponent's gonna have it. But like it's kind of unnecessary, but it's just one option in case you need to summon it. Play 2 Thor. He has effect, you activate effect and negate every single opponent's monster on the board. You banish the tuner and he comes back from your game and deal 800 damage to your opponent. Yeah, like he's really good getting over monsters that has protections. And he'll come back from the grave, and you can also use the effect to special summon him from Alvis if Odin gets destroyed. So he's like the 2nd monster that you want to summon from your extra deck. And the rest you play super power targets. You play Sight Super Power for this deck. And that'll be it. Thanks so much. Have a nice day.